All right, guys, so what I want to walk you through today is how to do a run test on your capacitor. So this is our capacitor. This is a hard start. And what we do, a lot of guys will just DC all of this, disconnect it all, kill the power, and then they'll put their meter leads on run and, on start and common and get their microfarad reading. That's called bench testing, when you cut the power and remove it from the circuit. Unfortunately, nobody cares about a bench test reading because this capacitor operates in the circuit when it's on. So the measurement that we want to get is the measurement while it's running. So we want to do a run test, not a bench test. So what we would do for that is we need to get a couple of measurements with it running. First measurement we want to get is the amperage off of the start lead. So let's say we're doing the fan motor. This is the start lead for the fan. So we would amp this out, or we would, we'd amp this out and get our amperage on the start lead to the fan motor. Then we want to measure across the fan and common. So this is our common from the capacitor. It goes to the run side of our contactor. So we're going to measure that voltage. Then what we do is we take the amps times 2652. And an easy way to remember that is 26 and 26 is 52. So 2652. So we take amps times 2652, and then we divide that by the voltage between these two leads, between start and common on the capacitor. So if it's 1.1 amps off of our start times 2652, and then we say we get 383 on here, so we divide that total by 383 volts, we come up with 7.61 microfarads, and that's all while it's running. Now I'm not doing it while it's running because it would be too loud, so but that's the basic process. The only time you would ever bench test a capacitor is if the system won't run. So let's say the capacitor has failed completely and the system won't come on. Well, there's no way to do a run test on that capacitor. So what you have to do then is, with power off, go ahead and bench test it. When you bench test it and you come up with 0 microfarads or 0.03 microfarads, whatever the reading is, well, then you know you've got a bad capacitor. The system won't even run. But if the system will run, you need to do a run test because that's how it operates. That's the capacitance that we care about, is the capacitance under load. So I hope that's helpful.